up, guys? Welcome back. Happy last Friday of the year, guys. Let's talk. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna tell you a story time. So let's say grace, and then we'll talk. Jesus' name. Oh my God, I did it backwards. I'm sorry. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for waking me up. Pray that we have a good New Year's. Pray that you bring me some new people and help me get in some new relationships. And pray for just the relationships that I have, that they stay strong. People don't leave me. And just pray that you help me to deal with my insecurities, and pray that I can get back on my weight journey. And thank you for this food, and thank you for all the love and stuff that I've done in 2023. This has been a crazy year, but I love you. Thank you, and amen. All right, guys, so this is rotisserie chicken. I'm not even know if I'm saying it right. Don't judge me on it. So what I did was I cut off all the breast, cut it up. I add some of those little small red potatoes. They're about that big. Cut them up, microwave them, cut them up, and I made like almost like a, I guess you could call it a chicken hash. I love hash and potatoes. And I added some ketchup to it and some cheese, and we're gonna eat. And then I have my Coke Zero, and we're just gonna talk. I'm gonna tell you guys the story time of when I got kicked out of a Christian school, okay? So, but yesterday when I was on TikTok, guys, or YouTube, if you type in mukbang, if you type in, what is wrong with me? If you type in McDonald's mukbang, my face pops up in Nick Avocado. And then if you type in Pollo Tropical mukbang, me and Jama pop up because we did it a lot. And they sent us a thing, and they gave us 2 free gift cards because we tried their new, right when the new Choppy Chop Bowl came out, me and Jama tried it, and we got free meal. So you might not think that I'm a famous TikToker or YouTuber or whatever, but people see me. I might not, because TikTok told me and YouTube told me you get big in different countries before you get recognized in the US. So I'm big in different countries, especially the Philippines, the UK, England, Africa. I'm really big. India, I was really big. I had a viral dance all of 2016 that people were doing that is still 15 million views, guys, all over TikTok. I'm not gloating. I'm just telling you because I get a lot of haters and a lot of people that are close to me that say, "Oh, you're doing nothing. Your TikTok and your YouTube suck." Da, 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 da. That's because they're watching the crappy ones that literally, 1, they paid for their views, 2, they do illegal stuff to get views, or 3, they're just shitty people and that's what gets them views. I mean, there's this person named Jake Doherty or whatever his name is, and he does a lot of illegal stuff. So then he hires some bodyguards so he can pick fights with people that are not even bothering him in malls, and then the bodyguards try to fight you. That's not right. But what I've realized with YouTube is YouTube can make you go cuckoo, and then it could turn on you later. And he's only, I think he's 18. So let's see how long he lasts, because Jake Paul went through that and he lost everything. And then his YouTube career was sucking. He lost Team Tim, and then he went to boxing. So we'll see what happens to Jake. But he's already been titled the worst YouTuber ever out there. But hey, it is what it is. He's young and he's silly, and it's going to pay back will be a, anyways. So let's stop talking about that, because my son pisses me off when he says my channel sucks and stuff. And I'm like, dude, let me see you make a channel. But because of your looks, you probably would blow up, because if you have the good looking hair, the good looking body, your whatever, perfect face, baby face, whatever, you blow up on TikTok. If I had a 6-pack and a good looking whatever it was, dude, I'd be viral in no time when I started social media. But I'm not going to follow the trends. I'm sorry. Half of those people are so shallow, and they're so insecure, and they're so scared, and they don't ever leave their room. They're always in their, like, please, they are miserable. I'm happy. I mean, yes, I'm fat and overweight and I'm miserable being in my parents' house, but when I'm not here, I'm a different person. You guys see it in my YouTube channels. You can see that I'm a lot happier when I'm not in this area. But anyways, let me tell you this story, because we're already 3 minutes in and I've been rambling. So anyways, so this was right after 9/11. This was 2003. And I was going to a Christian school, and I was homeschooled. I went to an elementary school, so I was homeschooled until I was 12. Then I went to elementary school. Then I got too old for the elementary school, so then I was homeschooled until I was 14. And then my mom found this Christian school that was close to the house that we were renting before we moved to Florida. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I'm high, and I don't know if I'm not. It might be the Tylenol P I'm wearing off, and then I'm on antibiotics for being sick. I don't know. I could die. So anyway, so I went to this Christian school. I hated the Christian school because they could paddle you. A lot of my friends got paddled, and the dress code sucked. I hated the dress code. You had to wear a tuck-in blue polo shirt with collars that had the school name Dayton Christian on it, and then you had to wear brown khaki pants. and a belt. Your belt had to show. And at that time, I hated it because I just hated the dress code. The shirt was itchy, the pants were just annoying, and then the belt, I hated all that crap. So the reason why I hated it was because I went from freedom of just being in shorts and t-shirts and just running around on a farm and having fun to being very strict and controlled and having to go to chapel every Thursday and listen to these boring people talk, and it was annoying. And then seeing a lot of your friends get hit and then them being like 3 licks or you get detention. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to take detention. Even though I probably should have just took the licks because then I would have not went through all these stupid Saturday schools. Anyways, so the night before this incident happened, I was in my room and I was like, my brother and me, like we were super close. But like when he was super quiet, you knew he was in trouble. You knew he was doing something, right? And I would be blamed for it because I was the older brother. So I went and I was looking for him and I was looking for him. And then I found him with like one of those pocket knives, like the all-service pocket knives that has like a tweezer and it has like a nail file and it has like a blade and then it has like a corkscrew and it had the handle like squeezers, like pliers. So I was like, what are you doing with this? And then he's like, don't tell mom and dad, don't tell mom and dad. I'm like, okay, fine. So it was like late at night. I don't remember. We had school the next morning. So I just took it from him, put it in my little gym bag because I had soccer practice after school or some type of practice after school at the Christian school. So I put it in my gym bag and then we went to school the next morning. But backstory, there was this kid named Ethan that was super, super weird. He was weird. He had all these allergies or whatever, right? And he was in my first period class and he had no friends. He had a friend named Brittany, but me and Brittany became like best friends. And so he thought I stole Brittany from him. So anyways, he begged and 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 begged when I first started the school because he just saw that I was friendly and I made friends with everyone. So he wanted us to be friends. So I was friendly. I would say hi. I was like, what's up? How you doing? Whatever. But he wanted me to come to his house because no one ever came to his house. He just never had a play date or nothing or whatever it's called. So all the kids were like, don't go to his house. He's weird. He's crazy. Like whatever. He'll probably kidnap you and lock you in the basement. Whatever it was, right? They were just saying that he was creepy. I didn't want to go. I wanted to hang out with my friend Brittany after school one weekend. And my mom was like, no, you're going to go. You're going to go. You're not going to be rude. So she talked to his mother. So I remember they picked me up after school. Brittany went home and I went my way. And I was mad and I'm like, help me. And then I remember we went to his house. He had this big mansion that he lived in and whatever. I forget what his dad did. His dad was I think he was some type of lawyer or something. And we pulled into their garage and it was a lot of fun stuff. There was like skateboards and dirt bikes and four-wheelers and a boat. And there was like all this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, you're rich. And then we go to his room that's like super, super big. And then his closet's like a walk-in closet and it has like all these different clothes and different stuff. And then we're playing his video game system. I think we were playing Mario or something, whatever was big at that time. And then we go and have lunch and his grandmother comes over and then his sister was adopted. She was from China. So she was really sweet. And then we hanged out or whatever. And then what happened? Something happened. I don't remember. He just wouldn't shut up. He talked a lot. He would not shut up. And it was so annoying. And then he was a nerd. So then the next day I didn't spend the night that night because they were going out of town, I think, the next weekend. And he wanted me to come with him. And I was like, no. I don't even know you like that. I'm not going to go on vacation with you guys. So anyways, I went home. I went to school the next day. The whole week, he was trying to get me to come back over and hang out and whatever. And I was like, dude, just no, it's not a good fit. Like, I don't want to be friends with you or whatever. You just talked about a lot of boring stuff. So then he started saying that I was bullying him because I wouldn't talk to him. And I was like, that makes no sense. But he was being bullied by other people. So I remember, go forward to the night that I brought the bag with the pocket knife in it. We're in my first period class. My friend Bobby, black football player, he was super, super cool. He was like, everyone knew him around the school. He was super, super cool. He was popular, very popular. Um, from, where was he from? The islands. He was somewhere from the islands. I think Barbados or something like that. He was really, really, really cool. Like, really cool. And then Jessica was my girlfriend at the time. And she was from the hood, but she was like super, super cool. And that was like the first black girl I ever dated. And then there was Caitlin, who I really liked, who was Indian, but she had a boyfriend at the time. And she was a junior. So anyway, let me get to the story. I'm telling you all the shit y'all probably don't want to know. So anyways, Bobby kicks my bag on accident because it was under my desk. And then the pocket knife, for whatever reason, fell out on the floor. And he was like, what the, like, he like was like, dude, are you stupid? Like, why do you have this here? And then he was like, we were talking about, and then the teacher, she's in the front of the class. She goes, what do you have? And then he's like, nothing. And then he like kind of hands it to me. Like he turns his back to her like this. And then he gives me it like that with his hand. And I take it. And then the teacher's like, come to the front of the class. So he goes to the front of the class. And then he's like, what do you have? And he's like, nothing, miss. I have nothing. And then she's like, okay, go sit down. And then Ethan's like, Matthew has a knife. He was going to kill me with it. And I'm like, like, what are you talking about? So then she takes the knife, takes the butter, whatever you want to call it, all-purpose pocket knife. She puts it in her drawer and she's just like, hey, what did she say? She says something like, this is not a big deal, class. It's not a big deal. It'll be dealt with. And so then she says, Matt, just have your mom come get it tonight. Like, after school, when the bell rings, just come upstairs with your mom and I'll give it to you. And that's it. It's not a big deal. Because she knew my character. She knew I wasn't trying to kill him or whatever. And she knew I felt sorry for him. So anyways, what happened was I don't know if it was the next day or the following week. It was the next day. This happened on a Monday and it was like Tuesday. And it was happening in May, right? So summer break was about to come. So we're all in the class. And I already feel weird that morning anyways. I don't know why. So this is why I don't think I'm a psychic, but I think I'm a prophet because I just felt weird and like at ease. I felt bad that day. I didn't feel good. I just felt like, I was like, Mom, I really don't want to go to school. And I told my friend on the bus, I was like, dude, I just don't feel safe about going to school. And so he was like, well, then don't go. Just jump off the bus. I'm like, no, my mom's not going into work today, so I have to go. So, and I can't skip, because then you have to make it up. So anyways, I go to school. We're in the classroom. It's super, super quiet that day. And that classroom is like never quiet. The hallways either. So the way our classroom was, and this is an old retirement building, right? So the rooms are just really long hallways. And then they like sit down. So like, I don't know if it was like our room was like a imaging room or something where they could watch you, like look at you, what was happening. Like when you go do an ultrasound and they can look down and watch you or look at the window. Anyways, my classroom was like that. And the principal, he was so tall, so tall. He looked like Joe Biden. He looked like our president right now. Actually, he really did. Or he looked like Keith Underwood or Keith something, whatever that old cowboy person was. He's an actor. It's something Keith something. But anyways, he looked like him. So I see his head walking past our room and I'm like, where's he going or what? Because he used to come and call me out of the classroom and give me a written Saturday school slip or detention slip or whatever it was. And I hated him. I did not like him at all. So we did not get along. So anyways, he comes in, he comes down, I see his head, he comes in the classroom. He's like, can I please have Matthew Cross come with me? So everyone's like, ooh, you did it. What you do? And then I'm like, I don't know it. I'm like, I'm dressed right. My belt's on. I didn't do nothing wrong. So then I'm like, wait, I didn't miss any detention. I have no Saturday school. Or I think I actually had one coming up that Saturday. So then the teacher's like, Matt, just go with him. And so he's pack up everything, bring it with me, bring it with you. I was like, okay. So then I said bye, to whoever, my friends, whatever. And then I said bye to the teacher. So I go to the office, sit down. I go in there, some kids getting hit because you can hear the wax, you can hear the crying. He comes out just like the movies, crying, and he's just like, it's your turn to go in. I'm like, okay. So then he was like, yo, what did you do? You're never down here. I'm like, I don't know. They just called me. So he's like, all right, I'll see you later. I'll see you after school because he lived in my neighborhood. So Dion, that was his name, Dion. What, dude? I don't know where Dion is. He's so cool. One of my best friends before I moved to Florida was Dion. We were, anyways. He was just so funny. Um, so anyways, he's like, "I'll see you after school," and then I went into the principal's office. I sat down. He's like, "Do you know why you're here?" And I'm like, "No." And then he pulls out the pocket knife, and I'm like, "How the did you get the pocket knife?" And he's like, "There's been a complaint that you threatened one of our students with a knife, and we have no, what is the word? We don't allow threatening in our school and blah 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 blah, and after 9/11, and you know that this could be a federal offense and you could be charged with a felony and da 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 da," and he just went on and on and on and on. And he's like, "You're being immediately expelled from our schools and you can't come on any of our properties and da 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 da." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, what the heck just happened?" And then I'm trying to explain to him what happened. I'm like, "My brother had it, I took it from him, I put it in my backpack, I came to school, my friend kicked it and it fell out of my bag, and then the teacher knew I had it. The teacher said, 'Matt, just have your mom come get it.' My mom would not go get it. She said she was going to come the next morning and get it. And now I'm being expelled for threatening a kid with a knife when I never did that." And I was like, "Check your cameras. You can see that I've never threatened him. Where would I have threatened him?" And then in my head, I'm like, "You know what? I don't give a F. I'm so happy to be out of this stupid, worthless, boring school that don't teach you crap." I was so happy to leave. And I'll just sit in the office, and then all my friends are coming out like, "Yo, man, what happened? We heard you got in trouble, blah, 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 blah." Like on their lunch break. I'm like, "Dude, he kicked me out. I can't be on this school grounds. I've been kicked out." He's like, what about your football? What about this? What about that?" I'm like, "I can't. I'm being expelled. I'm not allowed to be on the school." I'm like, "My summer vacation starts early," because it was like May. And then I'll never forget it. My teacher came down. She was all angry. Ethan walks by. He's smiling. Oh my God. I've never wanted to punch someone ever in my life. I wanted to punch him in the face. I was already in trouble. I did not care. Um, and he's like, "Ho, ho, ho, you got, you know." Come to find out, what happened was he went home, told his mom what happened. His mom called the school that day because we get out at 3 o'clock. Called the school and said, "This person needs to be expelled immediately, or we're not paying for the next wing of the building," like because their parents were paying a lot of money for him to be in that school. And hey, money speaks over a black person because I really think it was racial because he was white. Pale as a ghost. Um, And I think that that's what happened. And even my mom thought that too. We were like, money spoke. They choose the money over me. And I was so thankful. God answered my prayers because I was praying to get the hell out of that school. I didn't want to go out that way because I was scared it was going to go on my record. But because they got no police involved or nothing, and the family, one, the family knew they had no proof, so it would have never even went to trial. Two, I had my teacher and a whole classroom who knew I didn't even threaten him with it. And then I had other friends that knew my character, so it never even would have held up in trial. But dude, my summer vacation started fun. I was able to hang out with my best friend every day, hang out with my sisters. I laughed at my brother when he had to get up early and go to school. It was fun, but I never went on my record, thank God. I never went on my record that I was kicked out of a school. So it's fine when we transferred down here. And then I went to Miamisburg High School, even though there's Miamisburg, Florida. And I was the Buccaneers or Bucker something, or I forget what our mascot was. And I love that school. I love that school. That was one of my favorite schools. That's where I met my best friend Steven and David and Joy. And there was a whole bunch of other people that I'm friends with. Emily and Sarah and who was the other one? Aaron. And there was a whole bunch of other people that I was friends with. Kevin. There's a lot of people. Cody. But my brother still had to go to that Christian school. And I was like, "Hey, I don't feel sorry for you," until we moved here. And then, um, I honestly, if I can be completely honest with you guys, I really think that that is when I was 14 at the time. I think that that was when, I don't know if I was cursed or there was a target put on me. Because after that, I had so many people set me up. So many people set me up all the way up until my 20s when I finally put my foot down and I said, "I'm done being set up." So I think that that's what really started it. I really think that that was the domino effect, was when that happened with that person when I was 14. But supposedly my birth mom was cursed holding me, carrying me, and that's why I've been through all this stuff. But I don't know. I don't really believe in curses. I believe in evil people and I believe in demons, but I don't know if I believe in curses because, and I don't know if I believe in luck either, but I just feel like something happened when she was carrying me a lot. But yeah, so that's my story of me getting kicked out of school because people have asked that before. Comment below if you guys want any more stories about my childhood. And my son thinks I lie about my stories. I'm just like, dude, why do I need to lie? One, I'm the best storyteller ever, so that's why I'm gonna write a child's book. And two, I used to put my brother and me to sleep telling stories because my brother would love my stories before we'd go to bed. And I just had like the best imagination ever. And he loved, and I can ask him that and he would tell you that. I have the best stories ever. I'm a little rusty. I need to learn how to tell more like really good bedtime stories. I was really good at that. And I think I'm going to do a children's book, which is like imagination. Like I want a good book for kids that I know that they would love. Like there's a lot of good ones out there. But like we had Miss Frizzle, we had the Magic School Bus, we had Arthur, we had VeggieTales, we had a lot. We had Clifford the Big Red Dog, we had Arthur. We had a lot of really cool kid stories. But I want to write a book for kids. I think it'd be really fun. And my sister wants to do one too. But anyways, guys, I love you. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Go to my TikTok shop, guys, please, because all these things are in my TikTok shop for the new year. You got the Panda by Bottle Joy. You got the fanny pack. Okay, that's in my TikTok shop. You got the little compass that comes in its own little bag. You got the little compass that says, to my darling daughter, and it says, I love you, Dad. And it's just a really compass to help her find her way home. It's cute. I'm going to give it to my niece or whoever. It has to be a girl because it says to your darling daughter, and I don't have a daughter. And then they gave me the 3-in-1 charger that I'm giving to my son because he has an iPhone, he has AirPods, and he has an iWatch. So he's going to get this because that's what he said he wants. And then you still have the dog toy that I still need to try for my dog. I think I'm going to do a little video short today and try it. Okay, guys? So all of this is in my TikTok shop, and a whole bunch of other stuff is in my TikTok shop. There's the little spaceman that lights up your room for your kids if they're into space like my nephew. There is the little, I think they call him the Moon Man or Spaceman. There is the, there's car stuff. There's makeup. There's Spanx. There's onesies. There's baby toys on there. There's a bunch of different stuff for like everybody, right? There's cool stuff. There's tablets. There's a lot on my TikTok shop. Okay, so please, if you guys want to support me in any way, please go do that because nothing on YouTube right now is working. I'm at $32. And please stop skipping my commercials. I can see that over 66 people skip my commercials, and that's how I make my money if you want to support me. I know they can be long and boring, but all you got to do when I help people like Jama or whoever else I like really support, I just turn off the sound, at least watch the commercial, you know? Because when you're skipping, you're taking away the money that people are making. Like my first $100 that I made, I got paid last year or earlier this year. And my bank was messed up. My bank had fraud attempts because of Cash App. Be careful about Cash App, guys. And the bank took the $100. My first $100 that I was going to split with Jama because Jama helped me get monetized. And that was the deal. I never got to see it. So now I'm at $32 and I'm trying to get my second one just so I can like put more into my YouTube. Like I need a better setup again, guys. I'm tired of sitting in this corner. And then I'm gonna be traveling a lot next year, guys. Me and my sister are going to see castles and we're gonna go do fun stuff. And I might be going to Jamaica in April and I wanna record that whole thing. That'd be super cool. Like the island and the food and the music and the river and the boats. And it's gonna be so much fun. And then maybe one day, whenever my son is done being scared, he'll shoot a video with me and we can do a mukbang and just talk and have fun. And you guys can ask some really good questions. But he's shy right now. I'm not forcing him. And then, you know, hey, if God blesses me with another kid, then maybe I'll do a family channel. That would be fun because if my wife or my girlfriend, whatever I want to call her, if she was still alive, we would definitely have been starting a family channel. And I might actually start one with some other people. And my brother and my sister-in-law would let me record with my niece. She's so fun and she's just like one of my favorite little people. That channel would be so much fun because we would try different things and she's just funny. And I'll have to ask them because I think they would let her. I think they would. She wants to. She wants to start one. Um, and then my other nephew, who is 8, he's all into video games and stuff and trying new toys. So maybe I could get them to send me toys and have him try them for a video. Because he's all about money right now for an 8-year-old. But that's mostly because of my brother-in-law. But, I mean, I'm going to call my brother-in-law. Because I don't like my brother. That one. He don't like me either. So, that's fine. That's neutral. But anyways, guys, I love you. We're almost at 30-minute video. I love you. And I got this cute little necklace for Jamo. I'm going to give it to her. It's cute. She can wear it around her neck. But comment below, guys, what you're doing for what are your New Year's resolutions, if I said it right. And I think I said this last year. And mine is, okay, so I have a few. Let me tell you mine. Okay. Mine is to be a better dad, more patient, more understanding, and more loving, and more caring. That's mine, because that's what my son has told me. And it's a responsibility of a parent. Definitely more patient. Definitely 100%. Mine is to be a better son, a lot more patient, huh? Please. People got to meet you halfway. Wait on, oh my God, I can't talk. Am I having a stroke? Like, I really can't talk. Work on my weight journey in my new year. But I'm going to tell you guys this again because I'm going to post a video New Year's. So Sunday, I'm going to post a video Sunday because the next day. And I might post one right at midnight. I wish I could post right exactly at midnight. Maybe I'll go live on TikTok. We'll watch the ball drop together. And then mine is to get in a relationship. I'm ready to date. I know a lot of people are like, you're fat, you're overweight, no one want to date you. But to me, that makes no sense because I see these fat-ass people and they got these really pretty girls on TikTok or their wives or in public, out in public. You know, it's like people have to love you for you are because you can't always be skinny your whole life. When you get to be in your 40s and your 50s, your body starts to stop working slowly. You're going to gain weight. Like, I see it in my dad. My dad was not always like that. My dad was super like that when you're in the Air Force. But then when he started getting older and older, it's like, whatever. But his health is starting to decline. That is true. Mine's been declining before. So I want a woman that's going to love me for me, what's in the inside, not what's on the outside. Okay. And I've seen a lot of them on my 600-pound life, Pimple Doctor, TLC. I don't want to do my 90-day fiance because you don't know if you're marrying a killer, a crazy person. And half of that crap, I think, is just made up for TV. So I don't believe all of it. Because they just start fights for no reason. But yeah, that's one of my arguments right now with some people. Is that just, you're overweight. No one's going to want you for that. I'm like, you've let the world mess with your head. I've had really, really, really pretty girlfriends over the years. And they didn't care about my weight. They cared about my heart. They cared that I cared about them and that I loved them no matter what. And I wasn't a cheater and I didn't beat them. That's what they cared about. They didn't care about me being overweight. So when people say, oh, fat people can't get pretty girlfriends, y'all are stupid. Y'all are naive and stupid. Because if someone loves you, they're going to love you no matter what. They're not going to care. But let me stop running because this was a story time and I'm not going to rant. I'll post a video tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday. And I need to start posting again because my views are going up. I'm at 1,200 and something. So that's just from posting all this week. So I got to get back to posting. Because you can lose your watch hours if you don't post. Like Jama lost hers because she didn't post for a long time, like almost 3 years. So she has to start posting again. And that's what she's doing. But I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. And, excuse me. Go follow my TikTok, Max341989. I'll see you later. Peace out. Happy last Friday of the year. Bye-bye.